I'm Christopher Teuton, and this is Totally Fucking Honest Game Reviews. So I've been playing a lot of Need for Speed Heat lately, and it's just so much fun. It really is. It's so much fucking fun. And I wanted to talk about it, but because of the current coronavirus situation, there's nobody to talk about it with. And I like to think of, maybe I should backtrack a little bit. My name is Christopher Teuton, and you may know me from either Filthy and Free Publishing,
We're just like, ah!
or Screen Rant. And wherever you may know or not know me from, Filthy and Free Publishing is something that I created with my friends, and it's usually what I do YouTube videos for.
I'd get up and help, but I'm already strapped into my lapel. I'm trying to be a good little sailor. I don't know what that meant.
And I don't want to not do those with my friends. It feels wrong to do them without them. But because of the coronavirus, I can't. And because they're all safely in their homes and I'm safely in my home, so instead, I wanted to talk about Need for Speed, and I'll just talk to, well, you. Sorry. Need for Speed Heat is a fucking fantastic game. It really, really is. And it's so stupid. Like, it should not be as fun as it is to play. But it is. And I say this, like, I haven't made it through a cutscene without skipping it. Like, I just can't do it. It's so bad.
But after what happened?
Look, that asshole had taken my wheels? Well, that's all he's taking. So I'm getting my car back, and I'm in. Now there's a crew out there slaying everyone they go up against. Call themselves the Dream Killers.
The dialogue is bad. The voice acting is bad. The idea is bad. Like, ever since the Fast and the Furious movies came out, they're so good. You know, the first couple, like probably up to what, Tokyo Drift, they're fantastic movies. Then it kind of goes off the rails for a little while, and then they kind of got to being good again, but good in a different way, like good in a campy, what the hell is going on, this is goddamn ridiculous sort of way, and that's fine. You know, that's a good way for a franchise that's in now its 9th iteration, you know, to go towards. Yeah, you look at like the what is it, the Friday the 13th series, and then when you get up to 10, Jason's in space, and it's just like, it's holograms of him killing campers. It's ridiculous, but it's awesome. And it's awesome because it's so stupid, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I'm used to looking at somebody else, and that somebody is over here. And that's why I'm not looking at the camera. And I'll try to look at the camera. When you jump up close like that, that's how YouTube jokes work. That's the key. And then you just cut to something else.
When do we start?
You're not on their radar yet. Get out there and change that. I'll be in touch.
But like I was saying, it's so dumb, but it's so much fun. Like, the racing is really, really good. It's tight, it's clean, it doesn't do any of the stupid BS that, like, really hardcore racing sims do and they make you worry about. And alright, so I talked about Fast and the Furious because my love for Need for Speed goes back to, like, probably somewhere around the Tokyo Drift-ish era. And I haven't looked any of this up. If this was a professional thing, I would have done research for it, but I haven't. Around the same time that I really got into Need for Speed was around the same time that Tokyo Drift came out. And Tokyo Drift was a fantastic movie. I remember my friend Nicole and I saw it at a theater in Statesboro, and then after it was over, I had a Ford F-150, which is not the vehicle you want to be doing this in, and we took it around this theater, which again was in Statesboro, Georgia, which at the time was not a very popular place to be, we'll say. And so it was a fairly empty theater parking lot, and we just drifted around in like figure eights for a little while, just burning the rubber off my tires because we were idiots and young. After that, I really got into Need for Speed Underground, which was on the PlayStation 2. And Need for Speed Underground, if you haven't played it, is a fantastic game. And the graphics, it was in around that, like, the same time that the PlayStation 2 was pumping out stuff like Resident Evil 4, which just looks still amazing today. We have a reference. There's no real, like, good pictures in this. This page has a lot of screenshots on it, just like one of those. Any of these. But Resident Evil 4 and 13, the cutscenes in Final Fantasy 12, those are all great PS2 games. What are we talking about? Need for Speed.
Information on the subject's vehicle. Subject vehicle, all units, 4221 is in a code 3 pursuit. Please respond.
Need for Speed Heat, Need for Speed Underground is a really, really good game. You should still play it. I never played Underground 2. I heard it was good. I also heard... been drinking. I also heard that it was a little too leaning into the lameness aspect. Alright, so the thing is, the lameness aspect of it is the end of that sentence. I know you guys like complete sentences. I'm not good at that. This is why I need somebody to cut me off so that I never have to finish a sentence. I miss the people that used to cut me off.
We just hit them hard.
The thing is that unlike all of the games that came between Need for Speed Underground and Need for Speed Heat, Need for Speed Heat doesn't have all of this BS, you have to spend money to upgrade your vehicle nonsense that other games of its ilk and other games by its publisher have. Need for Speed Heat could have very easily had like a bajillion microtransactions and all kinds of loot boxes for car skins and all kinds of stupid bullshit. But it doesn't. And it's amazing that it doesn't. because you can just play the game and unlock things, and then you play the game more with the new things you unlocked, and then you unlock new things. And it's so nice. It's just so fucking refreshing. And I bought the game the day before yesterday, and before I bought the game, I Googled if it had loot boxes and if it had all this stuff. And once I found out it didn't, I bought it. And then I played it, and I had fun. And it reminded me what it was like to play Need for Speed Underground on the PlayStation 2, where I just bought a game, and it was fun.
Hard.
Control, requesting a 15, requesting backup.
QRU, no units available to respond.
9 in westbound approaching Palm City Raceway.
QSL now heading westbound to Palm City Raceway.
I was talking about Fast and the Furious earlier because it seems like every single racing game has had to have this like undercurrent of like my crew is my family, and the cops are the bad guys, but really there's other bad guys that are even worse than them, and there's all these like layers that just these types of games don't need to have. Like, it's like when Tony Hawk started getting into like post Tony Hawk Underground era, where it just got more and more ridiculous, and it started being like less Tony Hawk and more Bam Margera. You don't need this like hatred of, I don't know, in the very beginning intro of this game, there's like a cop that's about to kill a guy and like toss his body into the river because he's a street racer. And he's like, we don't take kindly to your kind around here. And it's just like, dude, fucking really? It's just racing. And you've seen the same thing in skateboarding games, and it's just not that fucking serious. And it's just stupid. It's unnecessary. Because the game is stupid fun as it is. You don't need... I don't know, you need a story. You need some kind of story, I guess. But really, in these types of games, it's more fun to just not have one. Like, I love Doom Eternal so much more than Doom 2016. And Doom Eternal is so much more arcadey and so much more like a quote-unquote video game than Doom 2016 is. And that's fine. It doesn't matter. Like, video games being arcadey, having pickups, having points, having multipliers, having skill counters, like all that shit is awesome. And I miss it. You know what's the best fucking racing franchise? The Burnout series, because you just crash cars and get points, and it's awesome. And fucking this game's great because you can switch between day mode, which is just do races and earn money, or night mode, which is do races but also get into car chases with cops and earn reputation by smashing up the cops and running away from them. And it's the perfect combination. And it doesn't have extraneous DLC loot box microtransaction bullshit. It's a great game, and everyone should play it. If you like racing games. Like, it's dumb. But it's okay that it's dumb. You can just skip through all the dumb parts, except for the parts where it just plays the dumb parts at you while you're driving. Alright, so it does this thing. I'm gonna take a drink. My mouth is dry. Alright, so it does this thing that Grand Theft Auto games do, where you're driving to a location and you can't progress until you get to the location, but while you're driving there, you have to listen to the conversation that the other person is having with you. And usually, in a Grand Theft Auto game, those people are all in the same car, so it's alright. And if they're on the phone, you have the ability to hang up on them if you want. But in this game, you're in two different cars, talking to each other. And if you get too far away, the conversation stops and they slow down. But you can drive faster than them. So it's like the old problem with escort missions where you run faster than the person you're supposed to be defending. So you always have to go a little bit and then stop. And there were so many times playing this fucking Need for Speed game where I would be having, it would be like, follow this person to a destination, but my top speed is faster than their top speed, and they don't match me, so I have to speed up, then slow down, then speed up, and then slow down, just to keep the stupid fucking conversation going, and also to know where I'm going, because there's no end waypoint on the map. And I just have to, like, follow their turns going left or right. So if I make a guess and they go, and I go left and they go right, then I have to fucking turn around and do this whole thing. And I started off in a Ford Mustang, which does not have the best acceleration, FYI. This is probably long enough. I don't know how many more of these I'll do. It kind of depends on how long the quarantine is and kind of what the reception to this is and how well I edit it and how much I care. So all I can say is whoever you are and wherever you are, I love you. And I'm sorry about all the shitty things that may be happening to you. And if anything good is happening to you, I'm glad that it is. If you like dumb, fun racing games, Need for Speed Heat is perfect. This has been a totally fucking honest review. Oh, I'm at the snap. There we go. Got it on the second one. Got it on the third one. Got it on the fourth one. That's 3 in a row, even though I missed the first one. I could just cut all that out. But I won't. That's what makes it a totally fucking honest review.